What's up, guys? I just got done with my front lever workout. And for those of you who don't know what a front lever is, or maybe you've never seen a front lever, this is what it looks like. It's a gymnastics movement, but it's super popular among like calisthenic athletes, bodyweight training athletes, people who are really into bodyweight training. This is a huge move. I mean, it's super hard. It takes a long time to attain a full front lever. I cannot do a front lever, so that's why I call this my front lever training video, because I can't do one yet. I'm training for it. But so basically a front lever, I mean, it looks awesome. It looks like, well, the first time I saw it, I was like, that looks really hard. I went outside and tried it. I was like, okay, that's impossible. So it's a really hard move, but it's definitely rewarding to train for it. This works your core like crazy, and that's the first thing most people say when they see this front lever. They're like, man, that must work your core like crazy. And yeah, it does. But more than anything, it targets your lats like it's nobody's business. This is a move that requires crazy lat strength. So, you know, you can have the strongest core in the world. If you don't have really strong lats, you're not going to be able to do this movement. So it takes a lot of lats. I'm going to kind of just talk through some of the stuff I did to train for it today, some of the progressions. But before I actually show you the video of my self-training, I just wanted to kind of explain to you the progressions that you have to know in order to train for a front lever. So a full front lever is when your body's fully extended. And then in this order, from easiest to hardest, these are the progressions. It starts off with a tucked lever, an advanced tuck front lever. Then you have the one leg lever. Next you have the straddle lever. And then what's called a half lay position. And then finally, the full front lever. So I cannot do a full front lever. I can't do a half lay. Right now I'm working on getting a straddle front lever. So you'll see me attempt a couple straddle front levers in a minute. I'm just going to show you what I did to train for it, some of the things that I do, and just talk through some of the cues you need to be aware of if you ever want to train for a front lever. Check it out. Alright, so just so everybody knows, I did warm up. You should always warm up before you do any type of exercise, and I warmed up my shoulders, my back pretty thoroughly. Just did some dead hangs, did some pull-ups, nothing too intense because I wanted to be fresh. What you're about to see is 2 straddle front lever attempts. This first straddle front lever attempt, I felt pretty good. I felt like I was pretty parallel, but I was really low. If you look there, the angle is not good. So I watched the video, realized the angle wasn't good. I tried it again. In this second attempt, my feet are higher. I'm closer to parallel, but look at my hips. Here's the deal. You want to be completely flat. And anytime you see a kink in the hips, in gymnastics it's called having piked hips. Basically when you're bent at the hips, it's called being in a pike position. And you do not want that. So basically my glutes weren't activated. If I were to squeeze my glutes and really engage my core, I would have been nice and flat. But it's just a little bit too hard of a progression for me right now. I can't do a straddle front lever, obviously. So it was fun to attempt it, but now I'm going to get into the progressions that I should actually be doing and working on to get stronger. Alright, here are some clips of me doing advanced tucks. That's a good advanced tuck right there. So that's really the progression I should be working on. A lot of times, I mean, you got to humble yourself. You should not be doing a progression that you can hold for 2 seconds. You know, I'm going for sets here of like 10 to 15 seconds. So right here I'm holding an advanced tuck, and then once I can't hold on anymore, I bring it into a regular tuck so I can continue to hold a little bit longer. Alright, so now that I've shown you guys all the progressions that you can do, I want to show you another way to train for it, and that's with a band. The best way to train for anything is to actually be able to do the movement. So I can't do a front lever yet, but if I add a band, then I can. Same thing if you can't do pull-ups. If you add a band and now you can, it's great to just get your body going through that motion, even if you're not strong enough to do it yet. If you can do it with assistance, that's a great way to practice any movement. Do it with assistance so you can just get the feel of going through the motion. This is a really thick band, so I should be able to do a full front lever with it. Put the feet through it. Woo! Feels good. This band might be a little too thick, but kind of easy. If you have a really thick band, a quick, easy way to make it assist you less is to, instead of putting both feet through it, just put one foot through it. So last time I had both feet in, this time I'm only going to have my right foot in. Now it'll help me significantly less. So here we go. Let's try it with just one foot in. Notice a couple things. Arms are locked out. Anytime you're doing a front lever, your arms should be completely straight. Body should be completely flat in a straight line. And another thing is, this is more subtle, you won't notice this off the bat, but the position of your shoulders or your scapula is really important too. In gymnastics, they teach you to retract the scapula, okay? This is scapula retraction, this is scapula protraction. So when my shoulders are out in front, that's protraction, this is retraction. So anytime you're in a front lever, you want to try to retract your shoulders as much as possible, okay? So shoulders are retracted, arms are locked out, body's totally straight. All that is super important. Last thing that I finished up with, these are tuck front lever pull-ups. So here's the deal. Everything I've done up to this point in this workout has been with straight arms, right? So a front lever is a straight arm strength movement, but it helps to train some bent arm movements like pull-ups will help with your front lever. That's going to strengthen your lats. But obviously if you want to work on a straight arm movement like a front lever, you should train straight arm movements like all the progressions, the tuck, the advanced tuck, and so on. So I thought I'd finish up with one bent arm movement. So being in that tuck position and then doing tuck lever pull-ups, that's just a good way to train the lats also. It's good to mix it up. You want to do bent arm movements, you also want to do straight arm movements. That is just a few clips from my training session today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this type of video, do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what else you want to see, what other, oh shoot, wind chimes. What other movements you want to see me train for, tutorials for, or whatever. Thanks for watching. Peace out.